Love 'em or hate 'em, it's that time of year again. I'm talking about those big fireworks displays. My name is John Cornicello, and I'm here to talk about photographing those displays. It's probably easier than you might think. Your first consideration is your location, your vantage point. Where do you want to photograph from? Check it out during the day if you can to look for distractions such as telephone poles and overhead wires and street lamps. Those things you don't usually notice until later on in editing. Then you have to consider stability. This is the time to take out the tripod and the cable release. Once you have your vantage point selected, you're going to have to consider what focal length lens to use. Do you want a wide-angle lens to take in a lot of the scene, or do you want a telephoto lens to come in closer and just take portraits of the fireworks? A zoom lens comes in really handy here, so that gives you more options as you can zoom the lens between exposures or even during the exposure to get an interesting effect. If your lens allows it, you may even try defocusing the lens during the exposure to see what happens to the fireworks. It can be quite interesting. It's night photography, so you might think high ISO and low apertures, but actually the fireworks are very bright, so you're going to be working at a low ISO of around 100 if you can. Your aperture is going to be in the range of f11 to 16 depending on how bright the fireworks are. The aperture is going to determine the brightness of the fireworks in the scene. Your shutter speed is going to be used to control the streaks of the fireworks or how many bursts appear in a frame. If your camera has a bulb mode, this is the time to use it. Along with the cable release, this will allow you to change the exposure time between shots without having to fiddle with any dials. When you're using bulb mode, the shutter will stay open for as long as you hold the button in. Press the button, the shutter opens. Release the button, the shutter closes. Just hold the button down for as long as you want the exposure to last, and there you have it. If you don't have bulb mode, then you need to put the camera in manual mode and play with shutter speeds between 1 and 7 seconds. I'll vary that throughout the show to get different effects. And that's really about it. So here's a little slideshow for you to enjoy. Then go out there, have fun, and be safe. Thanks.